We are getting one step closer to getting NFL football back as the NFL has laid out protocols to all 32 NFL teams on how facilities can reopen and continue to operate. Now, like always, I'm NFL Global. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for all of your NFL content. I cover all 32 NFL teams, the biggest news surrounding the NFL. So it doesn't matter what fan you are in the NFL. Follow me and you will get exactly what you were looking for. We did have to take a little bit of a break the past couple of weeks just because got a lot of attention over on my main channel, Patriots Global. Be a link to that in the description below for anyone who wants to follow that. But we are officially hopping back into both channels. Now, the commissioner of the NFL, in Roger Goodell, has issued a memo to all of the teams that begins a layout of the protocols for each NFL facility to be able to reopen after the whole pandemic that has been going on around the world. Now, in this basic letter or memo, for lack of better words, to these teams, it does highlight specific requirements that must be met by each of these facilities in order for them to reopen up. Now, some of this criteria consists of local and state government officials' consent to reopening. Club creates an infection response team, which has a written plan for newly diagnosed cases. The next one here is clubs designate an infection control officer who will oversee all aspects of the implementation of the league's listed guidelines. And then the last one here that was listed was that each employee who returns to work at the facility must receive the COVID-19 safety and hygiene training prior to coming back and agreeing to report to health information to the ICO. Now, the big thing about the reopening is that it's not all going to happen at once. It's going to happen in phases just like it is all around the world. Teams at first can permit up to half, which will be 50% of non-player employees, which will be a total of 75 people. The big thing here is that no players are allowed to use the facility during this phase except the ones who are coming to basically go or undergo, I should say, therapy or rehabilitation. Now, the next part of this is that when facilities do finally start to open up, a screening protocol will be implemented to the employees and will be encouraged to stay 6 feet away from each other. Of course, the next part of this is something none of us will be surprised at, and that's the fact that they will still be required to wear masks unless they are alone in their, own personal offices. Now, following this, there's still more. Following this, they will be asked to go ahead and take their temperatures once they do get home, and it will be taken again on site with a no-touch thermometer each day upon arrival to work. So the NFL is being super cautious about this. The second the slightest thing is out of place, they're going to do something about it. On top of all of these things that the employees already have to remember, already have to go through just to get back to work, they will also be asked questions each day before they enter the building. Those questions are the following. Have you been in close contact with a confirmed case of COVID-19? Are you experiencing a cough, shortness of breath, or a sore throat? Have you had a fever in the last 48 hours? Have you had new loss of taste or smell? Have you had vomiting or diarrhea in the past 24 hours? So there's going to be a lot for these guys to just get into their office and finally be able to start working. Of course, as we all know, the league officially shut down. The facilities and everything back on March 25th when this whole coronavirus was just continuing to get bigger. The pandemic was not getting any better. Everybody started working from home. The only way that players or coaches or whatever were able to go back to the facilities is if they were rehabbing an injury or receiving some type of treatment. That was the only exception. Now, while this is one step in the right direction 100%, the memo also did say, and I quote, "It is impossible to project what the next few months will bring." While this is a step in the right direction, this doesn't necessarily mean that training camp will be 100% open, let alone to the public. And that doesn't mean that, the regular season is going to start on time. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be just like it was the past few seasons in the past. But hopefully things can start opening up as this goes by. Hopefully everything goes great, more than great, honestly, so that we can continue to keep opening different aspects. I'm sure by now we're all missing training camp. We all want those mini camps. We want those OTAs. We just want some information on the new guys entering our teams, and we want some, new information on the guys that our teams just drafted, and I 100% get that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and follow me, as I will be updating you guys on every single thing that happens with the league involving this pandemic going around the world. So what are your guys' thoughts on this whole situation? Let me know what you guys are feeling. What do you guys think is going to happen in the future? Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. And please, guys, smash that like button. And again, subscribe to the channel.